So as I hear, you were talking about some problems that we are facing, and you're aware about climate change, greenhouse gases, and that we are very close to that size of the image. We also have some solutions. As you may know, sustainable agriculture, regenerative agriculture. I'm going to talk about what for me is the game changer in this battle against climate change. My name is Emiliano Barbero, as she said. I'm from Argentina. My background is in agrobiotechnology. And today I'm going to talk about bioeconomy and why I believe education about it is very, very important. But first, do you know what is bioeconomy? Can you tell me some examples what I am talking about? I have some prizes, so if you answer correct, I will give you some. No idea?
Bioeconomy, it's the economic processes that relate to the environment and biology.
Very good, very good.
I get that just from...
You won a prize. This is coming from the GenB program. So that's correct. Bioeconomy is about the use of the renewable biological resources, such as plants or microorganisms or even animals, to produce the things that we are needing. Materials, fuels, or even, I don't know, the t-shirts that you are using that are made out of cotton, for instance. But there is a very, very easy example that we are doing in the university almost every day that is transforming a waste into something that we can use in, I don't know, everyone's car. So for instance, we are transforming used cooking oil into biodiesel using some chemical transformations that are common, and you can find the steps in the internet. We can produce the biofuels that can use car, boats. You can use to produce electricity or even heat if you need. But this is information that you can find online. So I will talk about my experience and why I believe bioeconomy is so important. So my first step into bioeconomy was something like this. So in primary school, I have an art teacher who asked us to bring leaves of all the trees that we could find, ashes around, blueberries, and even carrots. And from that, try to start painting using those colors, which it was a nice idea for her, but it wasn't very nice for my parents. So when I arrived home, I started to use the fruits to paint around. But this was my first approach to the bioeconomy. And for me, and how she showed the passion of using this in what she loves, makes me like this. Once in the high school, it becomes more serious. I was in the natural science track, so we start to do other experiments. In this case, this is an artificial wetland experiment. We were using plastic buckets, and we were trying to clean out water with different pollutants. In my case, it was salt, as you can see here, but some of my friends have other problems like, I don't know, excess of nutrients or water coming out of washing machines that is considered gray water. After certain days, plants that have the capacity of cleaning this water are going to extract the pollutants, sometimes even dying because of that, but we will have at the end clean water. And this made me love plants on one side, but also be aware that we can use them to make the environment better. Once going to the university, I wanted to try to pick a career that it was good. I have a feeling that I wanted to travel with that. So I was being very, very picky selecting the careers I wanted. But I discovered this term, that is bioeconomy, because at the beginning in primary school, this term wasn't there yet, wasn't in the public knowledge. But when I discovered it, I started Googling it. So my dream was coming to Europe. So my country is very in the south, and my dream was coming to Europe, study here, and try to develop myself professionally in Europe. But I discovered bioeconomy is all over the world, in different stages, in different situations, but if you study something related to that, you potentially can be traveling around. So I was very, very happy about that. But the second thing that you're worried about when you are going to study can I make money out of it? I'm going to have an employment. And the bioeconomy certainly does. So I was looking more particularly into Europe, and these numbers came around. More than 18 million jobs are created because of bioeconomy. And the money that bioeconomy is doing is amazing. So over 2 trillion euros are made every year. And these numbers are old. Bioeconomy is expected to continue growing because it's seen as a solution for climate change. But as I said, this is about my experience. And once in the university, I needed to feel challenged. So I started agronomic engineering. Then it wasn't enough for me, so I changed into agrobiotechnology, trying to develop the solutions that we are going to use. But I discovered that there are also some competitions for students to go around and trying to solve problems that we are facing every day. I discovered one that was organized by Bayer Crop Science, this big, huge company that is in pharmaceuticals, but is also in crop science. And the problem that we had to solve was how to end world hunger. In my case, I face another problem. Close to my home, I have that lake called San Roque Lake, and we have the problem that wastewater treatment is not available in the area. So all the nutrients coming out of our ECs and all the industries are ending up in the lake. Those green things that you see in the lake are cyanobacteria. Most of them are very toxic and can put in danger our health and animal health too. So what I developed as a solution was to use a treatment using microalgae to clean the water. So a step before the water was discharged into the lake, I wanted to put the microalgae there. So the same idea as the plant that I see in the high school, but with microalgae. And then those microalgae are producing some phytohormones that are stimulating the crops that we are seeing as a corn or soybean or, I don't know, the vegetables that you eat to grow more and better. I was very, very lucky, and I was one of the winners of this competition. And this was not only to, to tackle my eager for this challenge that I have, but also develop my CV. So at the end, I end up applying for a scholarship to come to Europe and accomplish my dream of studying here. And I applied to this program, which is an European Master's in Engineering for a Sustainable Bioeconomy. All these people that you see here are not coming from Europe, most of them. We have people from Malaysia, we have people from Brazil, people from, Iran, if you want. And all of them have something in common. All of them have that passion for bioeconomy that somehow one professor in primary school, even kindergarten or high school, somebody wake that up and start the spark there. So this program in particular, I am very happy being part of it because we are going around Europe studying in different universities. I have the pleasure to study in France, and then I moved to Estonia, very in the north, to tackle different problems that they are facing. And one particular student that I met here, and I think she is brilliant, and for me it's an example of what I want to be as well, is Fernanda. Fernanda, she's coming from Brazil, and she's a chemical engineer. So chemistry and biology are related, but not that much. So we are coming from different backgrounds, and her passion was different. She heard one time out of one professor of literature about a problem in the north of Brazil about acai seeds. So acai is a little fruit that everyone is eating and it's very, very tasty, but it has a problem that tons of residues are coming out of that every day. And the people in that region has nothing to do with that. So Fernanda transformed that residue into a valuable chemical for big companies. So now the people in the north of Brazil, which is a very poor region, could earn a little bit more money. But in this trip around Europe, I discovered this company as well. I don't know if you know about that. It's in Estonia. It's a very little one. But what they are doing is to use the residues of wood to create packaging materials to create plastics, as you can see, or even construction materials or sources of cosmetics, for instance, which is very nice if you think about, but it's very difficult to accomplish. But one thing that all the companies I visit so far agree on is that they don't have enough professionals working in the bioeconomy. And when I'm talking about professionals, it's not only in the technical part, it's not only in the labs, but it's also about lawyers, accountants, or whatever you think about. So this is asking from me to you. So you are the only ones who has the power to create all the other professions in the world. And we need you to tell more about bioeconomy, about sustainability to your students, because we need this for the more sustainable world. One way of doing that is, as I have, with some little experiments that start the spark that I told you, playing around with, I don't know, glucose, doing the different traffic lights, or some very easy experiments in the lab, or how GenB started, you can use some games. Nowadays, this is existing. In my days, it wasn't there. But even when they are outside the school, they can continue learning. This is a game that GenB developed called Mission BioHero. So it's basically a character that is coming from outside to the Earth. And at the beginning, he tried to destroy the Earth. But then he is going to try to solve the problems that human is facing, developing sustainable solutions to avoid climate change. These kind of things make your life, I think, a little bit easier, because even when they are not in the classroom, they continue learning. But again, I'm here because I think you are essential and are the only ones who can be the starting point of all of this. And if we want a sustainable world, we need you to do your job. Thank you very much. Well, I don't know how to continue, but if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Questions for Emiliano. Congratulations, Emiliano.
This
Thank
is
you.
amazing. That's a great story.
Great
Amazing.
story. Very nice presentation. Thank you.
Thank
So have
you.
you accomplished all your dreams? Or actually, what is your dream now?
My dream now,
The other ones.
so I am very focused in agriculture. So regenerative agriculture is what I am focused on. So I am developing biological solutions for agriculture to replace chemicals that are polluting a lot the environment for microorganisms that can do that in a sustainable way. So, yeah. Thank you.
He made it.
I have one question. Which plant survived to your salt? Because I use salt to get rid of unwanted whatever.
I don't remember exactly, but you can Google the term allophile. So everything that starts with HALO is allotolerant, for instance, that is surviving to salt. So I can Google one and tell you. It's according to your region. This plant was from Argentina, but we can Google one from your country too.
Thank you so much, Emiliano.
Oh, you're welcome.